All right, let's get into it. Today we're talking about nutrition for those of us in really high-stress jobs, but probably not in the way you're used to. See, this isn't about dieting at all. It's about building a real foundation of energy, one that can actually sustain you through your most demanding days. So let's dive in.
Does this sound familiar? You start your day off pretty strong, you're feeling good, but then noon hits and you're just completely drained. You're irritable, you're tired, you're just done. Hey, that's not some personal failing. It's a classic symptom of a high-demand professional life.
To really get a handle on that feeling, check out this number, 1,500. Research shows that's roughly how many decisions a teacher might make in a single school day. And this idea, it applies to so many different jobs. It even has a name, decision fatigue. Every little choice, no matter how tiny, just chips away at your mental battery until there's nothing left.
And yeah, it's not just about the decisions. It's really a perfect storm for burnout, right? You've got this constant stress, long hours, and you have absolutely no time. So what happens? Your ability to make good choices is shot, and you end up just grabbing whatever food is fast, not what's actually going to fuel you.
So, what do we usually do when we feel this way? We decide to go on a diet. But here's the real problem. Traditional diet culture, it completely falls apart when you're already dealing with a ton of pressure. Let's really look at why that is.
These are the old rules. You know them? They're all about restriction, feeling guilty, and this intense all-or-nothing mindset. But think about it. When you're already making 1,500 decisions a day, do you really need more rules, more things to track, more pressure to be absolutely perfect? No way. It just piles on even more stress.
Okay, and this is where it all starts to click. Just look at the contrast here. It's a total shift in philosophy. On the left, you've got that old way of doing things, controlling, punishing, intense. And on the right, a totally new approach, fueling, supportive, consistent, and, gentle. This is the heart of what we're talking about today. So let's officially put a name to this new philosophy. It's called Nourish to Sustain. And it's designed from the ground up to support your body and your mind through that daily grind, not add to it.
Honestly, this quote just says it all. The goal isn't to wrestle your body into some specific mold. The goal is to give your body the high-quality fuel it's asking for so it can perform, so you can focus, and so you can manage all the stress that comes with your job. It's a tool for support, not a weapon for control. Now, a huge piece of this puzzle is focusing on whole foods. The idea is really simple. We're talking about real food, stuff that's as close to its natural state as possible. So, think fruits, vegetables, unprocessed meats, things that don't have a giant list of ingredients you can't even pronounce. This is where clean, nutrient-packed energy comes from.
So how do we actually make this work in real life? Well, this whole nourish to sustain idea really rests on 3 simple pillars. And these aren't complicated rules, just 3 core areas to put your focus on. Pillar number 1 is protein. This is absolutely crucial for keeping your blood sugar stable, which, by the way, is your number 1 defense against those horrible afternoon energy crashes. It helps you stay full, it helps you stay focused, and it stops you from reaching for those sugary snacks that just end up draining you even more. Second up is hydration. And honestly, this might be one of the most overlooked but seriously powerful tools we have for energy. Your brain is mostly water, so even being just a little bit dehydrated can totally tank your focus, mess with your mood, and just leave you feeling exhausted. Sipping water throughout the day can make a massive difference. And the third pillar kind of brings it all home, whole foods. By making real unprocessed foods a priority, you're giving your body the clean, high-quality fuel it was actually designed to run on. And that supports everything from your energy levels to your immune system.
Okay, I know, this all sounds great, but where do you even start without feeling totally overwhelmed? Well, the key, and this is so important, is to start gently, with just one thing. Let's see what that looks like.
Here's the game plan, and I promise, it's simple. First, just think about protein and hydration. That's it. Then, try making one tiny change at a time. And maybe most importantly, look at that last step. Skip anything that feels overwhelming. If an idea feels like too much right now, you literally have permission to just skip it. This is about making your life easier, not harder. And just let these reminders sink in for a second. You don't need to completely overhaul your entire diet overnight. You don't need to make perfect meals. And you definitely don't need to give up the foods you love. Just remember, one small habit, that is more than enough to start. And that really brings us to the final takeaway. If you remember nothing else, please remember this. It's not about being intense or perfect in short bursts. It's about small, consistent acts of support for your body day in and day out. Because that is how you build energy that truly lasts.